Shadow screen is full in here. Stop turning.
How do you see through the suns?
As far as the eyes on Starscream here is actually a red spandex. That's just pulled taut, so you can see through it. Ow. What'd you do? You're poking yourself in the eye. Now eyes like this on Green Goblin is actually a fabric, homemade fabric, that when you see it at the fabric store, it's usually on black or white polyester, and it looks like tiny little scales on there, and it's like metallic colors, and you can get them in a variety of colors. And I just got silver, and I spray painted the fabric with fusion spray paint because it'll stick to the plastic scales, but it won't stick to the fabric. And then I can just draw whatever kind of eyes on it that I want. And what's great about that is you can see through it, but people can't see it. And I'll stick it on some plastic lenses that I pop out of costume glasses, or I'll cut out pieces of Coke bottles. Just anything that corresponds to the size of the eyelids that you need. You can also cut it up like large plastic balls and things like that. Alright. Now when you, I'm going to have to erase the Sonic.
Bye,
Sonic.
Yeah, Sonic, see the guys, Sonic too?
Yeah, that's what
How long did you do that?
I can draw a little mock up here.
How long did he do that?
Is it very hot in the Starscream outfit?
Actually, no, because it has cutouts right here, so I bridged in the middle.
Ah.
Yeah, a lot of heat is encased in your torso and your head. It's like when I wear Starscream, for me, it really only gets significantly hot when the head's on, because you don't have a lot of heat escaping out the top of the head. Sonic, you're not going away fast enough.
So you try to make costumes like this ventilated.
You don't even see it at this point.
Most of the stuff that's made of insulates heat, so you need as many cutouts as possible.
Yeah.
You'd probably say you're just slow right now. Yeah, no way.
Sonic.
Get some humans on here. Humans? Yeah, you gotta start with a human body. Okay. So when you design these outfits to go on your body, I find it really helpful if you can have a friend take a photo of you just standing there from the front. Don't wear a big bag of clothes, wear something more fitting. Have them take a picture of you from the front, and from the side, and from the back, and then you take the pictures and you get some trace paper or whatever and trace your basic shape, and then draw out your body of your character on top of that. Because that way you know exactly where all of your space is between your limbs, like, you know, like your hips to your knees to the ankles, shoulders to the elbows, and so on. Because the main thing that you want in these outfits is you want to have as much mobility as possible. So you want to try to keep your joints free, and free of like big foam obstructions or any kind of armor that's going to keep you where you're just kind of wobbling around, incapacitated.
That a lot.
You don't want something, you don't want to make something where you're going to have like 10 spotters around you at all times. You want to be able to have some fun. But say you're doing something like any kind of armor that you want to try and keep as much mobility as you can in your waist, right here, of course elbows, shoulders, knees, and you can try for your ankles. Unless of course you're on anything that's like stilts or something, you want your ankles rather locked so you don't hurt yourself. But
It also seemed the man in the toucan costume.
No, I haven't.
There's people from Screwcheck, these guys from Screwcheck.com. He's around the
Say for like with an armor like this, I have a chest armor piece, but I try to keep it mobile by having it articulated with my pieces. So, stuff like this, I have the armor plates with spandex velcroed on them so that they can move around and get all the motion in there.
Nice.
And like when I made Starscream, at the time, I looked on the internet for other people who had made Transformers costumes, and really at that time, not many people were making them. That was in the, when I did find them, I would just find ones out of cardboard. And I was like, well, I really would like something sturdier than cardboard that will go on easy and give me movement, because, oh, don't worry about it. Oh, these. That's because I didn't pull them up all the way for you, but you're just standing here. So. I wanted something that I would be able to maneuver through the crowds in and be able to have a good time without being constantly protected from people. No wing. So, no, you see, but things like this are actually a safety measure. It's not just for being able to transport it, because when you move it through crowds, and if you had someone hit your wing and it was something that was permanently attached, they could just knock it right off, and then you have a ruined outfit. But this way,
Or even worse, if it weren't knocked off where it was attached, it would be broken in half or pieces.
right? So
All that work would be
that's
gone,
just
too.
safety right there. But
That, you can't knock someone over with it.
exactly. Now, once you have these suits, like I said, something with large wings, it's like a big furry demon monster guy, like a big scary head, spiky, large feet.
I can't see your dragon red.
You don't get to see. You're just supposed to stand there and go straight.
Stand there and look straight.
And wings. Now you see, just by adding that, you already have a very significant area that you're taking up than you were before. So when you make your outfit, you really need to go wear it around your house and get used to the space that you're occupying. It's like when you learn how to drive a car, you have to become one with the car. Same sort of thing. You need to know how to maneuver through doorways, through people. When I would wear that, whenever I would turn around, I would reach around and feel the we'd feel the wingtips, and then would turn just so I would, my fingers would brush people before the wings would. So, but anyway, like I said, to start, you want to draw it out and see what kind of pieces that it's going to require. And then once you get your drawing, there's a couple of ways you can do it. If you have it as super precise as you want it, or if you say, or some line art, you can actually go and do the measurements, and then measure yourself, and do a ratio to find out the exact measurements that you're going to need. Or you can just, you can eye it by saying, okay, like my wrist is like this percentage of my thigh, so I need to make sure that it's like a third the size of this, and just work it out like that.